Hi all, welcome to my channel. In this series of lessons, I will be teaching you some theoretical aspects of Carnatic music which are essential for both Carnatic violin, vocal and even other instruments, and even general information you can learn to know more about this style of music. We'll start with Sthai. Sthai is nothing but pitch, equivalent word in English. Usually the Sarigama Padanisa, what we sing or play, are supposed to be only Sarigama Padani. For the sake of fitting that into a proper talam, we include the Haisa at the end. It's when we say Saptaswaras, that means 7 notes. Those 7 notes are Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. So these 7 notes belong to one sthai. That is a medium. Madhyama means medium. And below Madhyama sthai there is Mandra sthai, and below Mandra sthai there is Anumandra sthai. So there is Madhyama sthai, Mandra sthai and Anumandra sthai. There is normal pitch, low pitch and very low pitch. Now coming back to the Madhyama sthai. From Madhyama sthai going forward upwards, you have Tara sthai, which is the high pitch, and Atitara sthai as well. So Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni will belong to one sthai. That is, let's say Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. This belongs to the Madhyama sthai. Sa, that Sa, which you usually sing as part of our lessons, actually belongs to the Tara sthai. That becomes the base for the Tara sthai. So Sa, Ri, like that it goes up all the way up to Ni of the Tara sthai. Then there is that higher Sa, which forms the base for Atitara sthai, which is the highest pitch. That also has 7 notes. So there are 7 notes in the Madhyama sthai from Sa to Ni, and then there is a high Sa, which is the base Sa for Tara sthai. It starts off in the high Sa and then Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. And then it stops there. Then from the after the Ni of Tara sthai, there is a Atitara sthai starting in the super high Sa. The very high Sa will be the starting point of Atitara sthai. It's practically not very difficult, I would say. It's impossible to sing all the sthais with a human voice. So coming down from Madhyama sthai, when you come down, Sa, that is the base Sa, which is Sa, Ni, Da, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ri, Sa. That is the base Sa. That is the base Sa for the Madhyama sthai, below which you can have a low Ni. Like how we have Sa, Ni with Sa from the Tara sthai and Ni from the Madhyama sthai. You can have Sa from the Madhyama sthai, the base Sa, and low Ni from the lower Mandra sthai, which is Sa, Ni. So that Ni onwards, Ni, Da, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ri, Sa. Or in other words, Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. Before the Madhyama sthai Sa, before our normal Sa, all those 7 notes belong to the Mandra sthai, which is the low pitch. And below that Sa, there is another set of 7 notes, which I can't obviously sing. Those 7 notes belong to the Anumandra sthai. So it starts all the way from Anumandra sthai Sa, Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni, and then Mandra Sthai Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni, and then Madhyama Sthai Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni, and then Tara Sthai Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni, then Ati Tara Sthai Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni. So these are the sthais. Now, depending on the instrument, each instrument has got its own limitations. Some instruments can play 3 sthais or 4 sthais, 5 sthais, but vocal in singing, it's very hard to go beyond 3 sthais. Ideally, in the beginner level, usually I advise students to practice singing in Madhyama Sthai along with half of the Mandra Sthai and half of the Tara Sthai. So that is Sarigama Padanisa, Rigamapa in the high pitch, and then Sani Dapa. So that is a good practice to have a good range, and then note by note you can start increasing while you practice. So this is about sthais. I hope you understood from this lesson a little information about the sthais, which are the pitches. This is a very important basic lesson of Carnatic theory. Thank you. Thanks for watching.